Hello everyone and welcome back to the Man's Kitchen. It's me, your host James the Food Man, and today we're gonna make homemade Coca-Cola. That's right, just like I said, we're gonna try making our own Coca-Cola today. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a syrup and then we're gonna add soda water to it to carbonate it. To make our syrup, we're gonna need some ingredients. I'm gonna talk about those right after you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Once you get all that stuff taken care of, I'll unveil the ingredients. So I'll give you a second. All right, all good? Okay, now, first we're gonna need is a quart of water. So I have a Pyrex here, holds a quart. I got it out of the fridge filter. 3 cinnamon sticks, nutmeg, coriander. I got a couple oranges, a lime, and a lemon. We need the zest off of these for one part of the recipe. We need the juice out of these for another part of the recipe. We've got 2 pounds of sugar weighed out in this bowl, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, and a 1/4 cup of gravy color. That's what's going to make it dark. Also, still in the oven right now are my orange peels. I peeled some oranges and I put them in the oven because this recipe calls for a couple tablespoons of dried bitter orange peel. So I got some orange peels in the oven. I just peeled them. I threw them in there for 200 degrees, about an hour-ish because mine were a little more moist. Now, I'll also link where I got this recipe from. And in case you're wondering, I thought it'd be cool to make homemade Coke because I've been watching a bunch of bartending videos lately where they use homemade juices and pops and stuff. And I thought, oh, that sounds cool. Then I thought maybe it's healthier, but there's actually twice as much sugar in this as there is in store-bought in Coke. And it's not any cheaper to make it from scratch either because, well, it's not. So this will appeal to people who love making stuff from scratch and hipsters who can't change their tires but insist on having beards. In case you're wondering, no beard, and I can change a tire. So I'm grating my lemon zest, and I'm trying all kinds of different things from my lime. I said lemon. I'm trying to find the best way to do it. I used a microplane, I grabbed a box grater, I tried all different sides, back to the orange, switched up. I'm trying to find the right tool, and there I did it. I just pulled out a regular zester. And I went so much faster and more efficiently just using a normal zester and not messing around with trying a grater or a microplane or anything goofy like that. The real answer was just to use a plain old zester. I could not believe it. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just zesting up all of the fruit because we're going to need that to put it into our syrup. We're going to take all the fruit that we just zested and just cut it in half. Nothing special, just cut it in half. We're going to take our pot and add our water, add our zest, add our cinnamon sticks, the nutmeg and the coriander, and there goes all of the peel. And just mix it up. Just get it all bubbly, touching around, get it all mixed up. We're going to dump in our 2 pounds of sugar and mix it on up. Nothing special. Okay, we bring it to a quick boil, and you want to let it boil for 1 full minute. There I am setting a timer on the microwave. 1 full minute of boil. And once it's done, you can shut it off. And now start adding all of your juice from all of the fruit that you zested and cut in half. And the reason you want to do this is you don't want to cook out the flavor. If you add it in, so when you boiled it for that 1 minute, you caused the reaction with the sugar and the water, and you're making a syrup at this point. You've caused them to bind. Now adding the juice and the delicate flavors in after is going to stop you from boiling away the flavor, because that will happen if you put it in early. I just threw in the vanilla and the gravy coloring. And I'm going to make sure I get it kind of all out of my little measuring cup there. And we're just going to keep dunking it in and stirring around to get as much of it out of the measuring cup as possible. And you can see there's still some steam coming off of this. So all I have to do now at this point is let it sit until it cools off. You're gonna steep it basically, like if you were making, I don't know, like a steeped tea. So I think it was about 45 minutes, and then I just poured it out to strain it off. I put a strainer over a big measuring cup, and I have a lid for that measuring cup, so I was able to just put it in the fridge after with that. But just strain it off, nice and good. Okay, and we're going to grab a ladle and we're going to press it down a bit just to make sure we get as much of the liquid out of there as possible. And now I'm portioning it up. I did this after I shot the video, so later on I'm going to tell you that I should have did this on camera, and I'll give you the ratios then. But this is basically how it goes. You just take some syrup, put it on your ice. You can see the syrup's cooled off because the ice isn't melting, and then we're measured up the appropriate amount of club soda and poured it into our glass. And there it goes, all fizzy up. When you stir it, you just want to go up and down. You don't want to stir because you'll lose less bubbles this way. And that's all there is to making your own homemade cola beverage. Okay, guys. This is take 3 of me tasting this up, and it occurred to me during take 2 that since I was drinking it already half empty, that you didn't really get to see the mix. So basically, I'm putting some syrup in here, and the dilution calls for like a half a cup of syrup to, I think, like a cup and a half of sparkling water. So only because I knew how full this was when I started, I can kind of eyeball it now. I did use a measuring cup the first time. Wish I had that on cam. I could probably still go back and reshoot it, who knows. Actually, I can't. This is my only one. So, with that said, now I'm going back for my second glass of this. When you mix this up to not stir out all the carbon, just kind of go up and down instead of swishy swishy. It's very light. Anyways, it's very light and refreshing. There's a lot to be said for this. You can definitely taste the orange from the orange peels. I really enjoy it. It's something that you could do as like a family project, I guess. You could be like, hey, let's make up some homemade pop. It's not as heavy as actual Coca-Cola though, so I feel like you're gonna drink more of this. I'm not gonna tell you it's any healthier because there's 2 pounds of sugar in this vat of syrup here. So this is what I have of syrup. I've got 1.5 liters of this stuff now. So it's supposed to dilute out to like 5 liters of soda. So will I make this again? Actually, yeah, this is actually pretty good. I like it because it's something you can change with the ingredients. We could have added some ginger in there, or maybe went with some grapefruit would be good if you're gonna have some cocktails with some gin in there. That'd be good. I like this. Is it Coke? No. Is it a good substitute? Yeah, pretty much. Is it cheaper than Coke? I'm not sure, actually, now that I think about it, because the 2 pounds of sugar, I got maybe 50 cents of sugar in here. Some water. If you always have oranges and lemons in the house, you're just really taking the skin anyways. So, yeah, maybe comparable, but then you got your time in it, so I don't know, depends. If you like this stuff, if you're into this, if you like making good cocktails when you have parties, I'd give it a go. Anyways, that's been it for the Man's Kitchen this week. You have yourself a great week, and I'm going to keep on sipping my homemade Coke.